All right, traders, welcome back. So today I'll be discussing the retest trading setup. This is something I've been using every single day in my trading plans, and I think this is something that everyone out there should be using in their trading plans because it is so powerful. So make sure you watch it till the end. Probably a lot of you would be recognizing what I'm trying to put in front of you, but let's refine the concept and take it up a notch. Right. So the retest trading setup, let me give you a background of what things are. What is a retest and what am I discussing? So for example, if I have a support and I'm testing it a couple of times at my area of value, my support, and when I'm breaking down, price essentially comes back and retests the support as a resistance and then again falls down. So this pullback, this is called a retest. On the contrary, if I have a very powerful resistance, doesn't matter what time frame it is, doesn't matter what segment it is. If you break out of the resistance, the previously, well-known area of resistance must be tested again or retested as support, and then again the price goes back up. So this pullback or this correction of testing the previous resistance or support as the other is called a retest. This is what I'm discussing in this video and how to trade and why do we wait for a retest. So I will be discussing all of these issues in this video. Number one, why do I trade a retest? That's very important to know because a couple of times we probably are not available or not there in the trade when the breakout has happened. For example, on the charts of USD, Canadian dollar 4-hour charts, we had a good support at this price level. A lot of testing is happening at this area of value, and at this point, the price has broken down. Probably we have not been there. That could be one issue if I was not able to trade out of this. The other reason is we are very skeptical. This can be a false breakout also. False breakout means that price goes below that and again gives a good movement towards the upside. Let me show you what a false breakout is. I think I have seen something like that. Yeah. So this could be a false breakout. You have a good resistance at this point of time. You break out of that resistance. People go long at this point of time, and again things go back down. That's what a false breakout is like. So one reason is I missed the initial trade. The other reason is it can be a false breakout. I am skeptical. So if you have these problems and you want to catch the trend, the trend is down. If you want to catch the trend, even if you have missed this first wave, that's where the retest trading setup comes into play. What are we doing? We are waiting for the markets to break down. So when the markets have broken down, the support has to become the resistance. Whether it comes the resistance in the next 10 minutes or in the next 10 hours, it will become resistance. So we are now waiting for the price to come to our level at this point of time. So try to understand one thing. We don't have to chase the markets. We have to let the markets come to us. And when the markets come to our predefined area of value, that's when we are getting into the market. Please understand, if you are a new trader, if you are an advanced trader and not getting in the bucks that you need to be getting, probably this is something you should try. If we are selling at this point of time, a lot of times what are we doing is, if this is the area of value, a lot of times we see the breakouts happening on the longer time frames. We are selling at this point of time, and if we are selling exactly, for example, something like here, we will be getting stopped out and we miss the movement and we rant ourselves that we have missed the big trend. So in all such cases, we have to wait for that pullback and try to sell at this point of time. Another reason is because I can get that favorable risk reward. So if I am shorting at this point of time, the stop loss can be very tight just above this resistance, and the target can be long as much as you wanted. You can use whatever methodologies that you're comfortable with, Fibonacci's, previous area values, or pivot points, whatever you are comfortable with. But if you see in this example, I think this could be a winning trade, keeping the target around this support and a tight stop loss. You have a good 2.8 to 1 trade. So this is what a retest trading setup looks like. Let me show you a couple of examples so these concepts get drilled into your mind. This is an example of Nifty. Everyone's been tracking Nifty for a while. It's been crazy out there currently. So let's analyze what's happening. So this was a good area of resistance for Nifty around the 9th of June. And once we broke out of this region, what I'm suggesting is don't enter at this price, because if you're entering at this price, you have a very, risk unfavorable stop loss. Your stop loss becomes here, probably target becomes here, your risk reward gets skewed. If you are not keeping that bigger stop loss, you are probably getting stopped out maybe the next minute, maybe the next hour. And that's the reason you're not able to earn in the market. What I'm suggesting is let the price break out and wait for the markets to come to you. Don't chase the market. And the markets come to us, and you can see a good build up being forming here. The markets have come to us. Now what we can do is buy at some place right here, keep a tight stop loss and keep a target of the previous high, and we get a really good 3:1 trade. Rather than chasing the market, getting excited and having that fear of missing out emotion, let the markets come, let the things cool off, and then we can easily trade when the markets retest. So we see a lot of bullish rejection at this price. I'll show you another example. This is a good resistance being formed at this point of 10,560. I had given this level in a lot of my YouTube videos. Make sure to check that out. When the prices break, we saw a very big gap up, and already when things have gapped up a lot, we know things can become unstable. We need that gap to be filled. And once this gap was filled, so don't enter a trade at this price. Let it retest. The resistance must become a support. And now, what are we waiting for is some kind of bullish rejection happening at this price. So it's telling us that price is not able to go below, and we are going to be entering a trade here, having a tight stop loss and a good target. So I've shown you this on the 4 hour chart. The currency pair was on the 4 hour chart as well. Let me show you some different time frames and different segments so this thing becomes clear. This is the charts of crude oil on the 1 hour chart now, around May, June. We can see very well this was a very strong area of value. The resistance for crude around the 2600 round number. Round numbers do tend to be very strong when we're trading in the market. So rather than just buying when things have broken out, given a gap up, if you have bought it here, you're probably getting stopped out, missing that juice. What I'm suggesting is try to wait, let the market come to you, and you can see a good doji being formed here, a bullish army is being formed here. Bullish rejection has been given. The resistance earlier tests as support. Get the trade here, keeping a tight stop below the support and getting that profit. That's a really good risk reward trade. Let me show you one more example, and I hope this thing becomes very clear. This is a personal trade that I have currently done and I have done in the past as well. Rallis India, the chemical sector has been in focus for quite some time now during this COVID-19 lockdown situation. So you can see a selling pressure forming at this price, a lot of selling pressure build up being formed here, and prices break out. Rather than getting this movement, I'm not saying you can't get this movement. Please don't take me wrong. You can be a good scalper and get this profit in the next 30 minutes, 35, 40 minutes. But if you want a good risk reward trade, tight stop, big target, wait for a retest, wait for that pullback, see some bullish rejection candles at this price, and trade here, tight stop, big target, and get that profit. So, just to recap what we have done, we are waiting for a breakout, not trading exactly at the breakout because it can be a false breakout. So, we are exactly waiting for the prices to retest, and when the prices retest, have a tight stop, have a big target. So, always remember, don't chase the market, let the markets come to you. I hope this concept is clear, and I'll see you next time. If you haven't subscribed to us yet, do subscribe to our channel, like our video, and click on the bell icon so we can create some content like this to help you in your trading journey. All right, thank you.